Alright guys, in today's video we are checking out the Langsdom AirNova sunglasses, but these are sunglasses with a kick. Yes, they are audio sunglasses, ideal for riding and for golfing. So it comes in a little box like this. As you can see down here, it says IP55 sweat resistant, also light and UV protection. Just to kind of go on the back of the box, we do have an extended link, clear calls if you are going to use it to answer and receive phone calls, 10 hours of lasting time on a single charge, prevents wind and sand, open-ended design and adjustable nose pads. So let's get inside the box, and inside the box you will see your little carry case. Pretty decent quality. It's got the little rubber tag with a name on it. It certainly will do the job. It comes with a little clasp here at the end, so you can clip that onto your golf bag or onto your rucksack or whatever you like. And yeah, it's decent for what it is. Inside the box we do get all this kind of good stuff here. So if you did want to use it for prescription glasses, this is the little lens thing that you get your lens put into. That does come in a little bag. We do get a little user manual that's not really required. It's very easy to use. We get a little cloth for cleaning, a little charging cable for charging, and we get a little bag to carry them in if you didn't want to carry them in the case. And of course, here are the glasses themselves. I do think they do look pretty sharp. Let me just give them a little bit of a clean there. That's a little bit, my fingers were a second ago. So here are the glasses themselves, guys. They are, like I said, pretty sharp looking. They've got a little bit of branding above the nose there, which I'd have preferred not to have had in my sunglasses, but yeah, it's there. On the inside, you can see that we do have that adjustable nose pad here. And that's where obviously you would clip that lens. The thing to point out obviously is the legs. So the legs are a little bit on the chunkier side. That's because there's obviously speakers and the technology is built into the legs. If we open it up, you can see on this side we do have a little rubber plug. If we open that plug up, that's where you would charge your sunglasses. And this button here is where we switch them on. So you just push and hold that. It did beep there to let me know that that was them now on. Now, I'm going to hook them up to my phone just so that you can hear, if you can hear it. Let me just... Okay, so in order to hook them up to your phone, guys, all we need to do is literally go into our Wi-Fi, and you might be able to see mine or not, but they will just appear there. So we just connect... I've disconnected that, that was silly. If you just connect it, the glasses do then beep, and then you can basically use them to answer, receive calls, and also to listen to some music. Now, I'm well aware that I can't put the sunglasses on your face for you to then hear, but I will play a little tune. Now, bear in mind again, this is a song from my nephew's band due to the copyright from YouTube, but if I play it, I'll put the little speaker next to the glasses and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. You should be able to hear that. Now that's coming out of these little speakers that are in the arms of the sunglasses. Little speaker there, and you've got one on the other side as well. Now, I've actually really enjoyed using these. Now, I'm going to pop them on my face and jump out and have a little cycle on the bike, and then we'll talk about them. Okay guys, so we are now out on the bike, and we are testing out the AirNova sunglasses from Langsdom, and yeah, so let me talk a little bit about them. First of all, a couple of details. They do have a 10-hour charge, so you can actually use these for 10 hours before you need to charge them. So if you are commuting to and from work, they are going to be fine. I've taken them on the golf course a couple of times. I've easily got around 18 holes, obviously, in 10 hours. But in terms of biking, one of the things that I really like about them is obviously the sunglasses element, you know, even in Scotland, because you've got it's the wind that really bugs me, you know, the cold wind hitting you in the face. And it's nice to obviously have some sunglasses on. I think they are extremely comfortable. You know, I think they're very, very comfortable. They do work very well, but in terms of the music aspect, now I showed you the speaker last week. We did the review of the speaker. Now the thing is that currently I've got a podcast playing in my ear. You won't be able to hear it, but I can hear it. But I can also hear no one else can hear it, so I'm not annoying anybody with music blaring from my bike speaker, which is, let's be honest, slightly ridiculous. But the other thing is I can actually hear things that are going on around me. So I can hear cars coming, or I can hear a horn going off, or I can hear someone round about making some noise, or whatever it would be. So they are really, really good that way. So for example, when you're on the golf course and someone shouts 4 far right, it's good if you can hear that, especially if you're standing to the right of them. So that's obviously quite handy. But if you are out in the golf course on your own, you may want to listen to the radio, you may want to listen to some music, you may want to listen to a podcast, which is what I do frequently. So yeah, it's quite nice that way. They are around about $100. Decent pair of sunglasses will cost you what, about $80 or so. So $100 for the music system built part in, not really that bad a deal. I think they are reasonably well priced. They do come in a nice little carry case, you do get little bits and bobs as well. But I've been digging them, guys. I've been using them a lot, especially out on my biking and on the golf course. I've not really used them for anything else than that, because that's the only thing I would really need them for, is when I'm out on my bike and I'm out on the golf course. So, but yeah, they're comfortable, they work. That's one of the key things for me. They do work. I think they look pretty good. I mean, you do have the little bit of the fat bit at the sides that, you know, kind of looks a little bit strange, but you know, they look good, they feel good, they're comfortable to wear, and they actually work. The sound, you know, you're not going to be at a rave or anything like that, but they do have a really, really nice sound. It's not too bassy, it's not crackly in any way. Especially if you're listening to podcasts or whatever, it won't bother you in the slightest. But yeah, they're really cool. I actually really dig them. For $100 or $99, I think it's a pretty good deal if you are looking to listen to some podcasts. If you do cycle to work, for example, they're safer. That's the key for me. They are safer because you can still hear cars, which is obviously massively important. You can also, when you're out in the golf course, you can hear obviously what's going on around you as well, which is quite good. This seat's dropping down low here, this is why I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. But yeah, I actually dig them, guys. Like I said, I'm out just now listening to a little podcast, doing a little cycle. I like to go places, take some pictures and that, so it's nice to have a little bit of music playing in the background, but you're also obviously aware of what's going on around you, which is quite a nice feeling. So yeah, guys, check them out, and the link in the description if you are interested in a pair of these cool shades. But definitely a thumbs up from me. They are fun, they are quirky, they're a little bit gadgety, but they do serve a purpose. Unlike the bike speaker, which was really quite silly, these aren't silly, they are actually really, really clever, and they're going to get a lot of use. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.